Hey everybody, and welcome to Titz on Deck Tarot. It's Titty Saturday. It's Titty Saturday. I'm trying to do this today. You know how I'm gonna be like, what you do? Hey, bud. Okay, y'all. So I'm back with another dream message. I had a dream last night about a marriage proposal and my grandma talking to me. My grandma is now an ancestor. She passed on. And my cousin, you know, I told my cousin about the dream. She took what she took from me. Am I gonna tell y'all? Mind your fucking business? No. I'm not. But basically, thank you, bud. In a dream. Yeah, in a dream, like I said, my cousin was getting proposed to, and my grandma told me to keep a secret. I did not. When she pulled up, she acted like she didn't know what was going on. News cameras, all type of shit was happening or whatever. So when I got into that thing, like the pastor said, when I got into that thing, right? And I started to really talk about it, I started to listen to the messages. So when you get engaged, right, it's a promise. That's how I rock your promise, right? It's a promise. You're promising not to hurt, not to lie. Promise to defend you and be friends. Okay, sorry. But that's the song that's in my head right now. And when you promise to somebody, like an engagement is a promise. I promise to do right by you. Whatever your relationship is, that's your promise in that engagement ring, right? So if you break a promise, we break it up. Anyway. So at the end of the day, a lot of us get into these relationships or these situationships or abandoned ships or friendships or I'm tipping on the shit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You get into these relationships and you get mad at this person for not keeping a promise to you. But let's dial it back. Let's bring it back to us. Are we keeping the promises to ourselves? Are you keeping a promise to yourself? If you tell yourself you're going to clean your house, did you clean your house? You tell yourself you're going to wash your ass, did you wash your ass? Did you brush your teeth? Like, little stuff. Oh, I'm going to go to the store tomorrow and I'm going to buy this for the house. Did you do that? No, you didn't. Oh, I'm gonna be more peaceful. I'm going to think about my actions before I do. Are you doing that? Are you practicing that every day? So you have to think about what you're doing for yourself, the promises that you're doing for yourself before you can demand that or want that from somebody else. Now, I'm not saying in no way, shape, or form to accept anybody's disrespect in the process. So I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying look within yourself and think about the promises that you give to yourself before you start demanding that of other people. How much are you loving on yourself? How much you think yourself is shit? How much? You know what I'm saying? So I wrote some stuff down or whatever. So, and then it's like a lot of us want to manifest stuff and we want things to come to pass. So you can practice it like within your small circle, like within your home environment, around your family, even within yourself. But then the big boys is like when you step out into the world. So like my mother used to always tell me, if you do it here, it's gonna be the same outside. I didn't understand what she was saying. Now I do. Shout out to you, Ma. I know you probably watching this. So, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, what you have to do, so you might get met with a person you don't feel like, I'm not gonna say you can't say no to, but you don't feel like you can say no to, like they your kryptonite or whatever. So the test is, are you gonna say no to them if a person violates or disrespects or tap mints all over that boundary? Like, what you gonna do? You promised yourself you wasn't gonna eat pickles. All right, so boom. Me personally, I don't like pickles. I don't eat pickles, right? So if I tell myself I ain't eat no pickles, or whatever, somebody pull up with them good little sandwich pickles. I know I said I don't like pickles, but you see I'm contradicting myself. That's what I'm talking about with the promises. So you got them little sandwich pickles, you know the ones I'm talking about, that's mad good. They got the little crunch to them, and they already sliced and they just like in the pickle juice and shit. That or whatever. If somebody pulled up on you, pulled up on me with that or whatever, am I gonna eat them pickles or am I gonna give it to my cousin and then watch her eat them and then be jealous because I know them pickles is very good and I want one? If you make a promise to yourself, then you have to stick by it. Are you gonna want it because you see somebody else has it, or like the thing you said you wasn't going to do anymore, does it look fun? Like, okay, I'm not smoking weed no more. I'm not going to drink no more. Oh, but they look like they having fun having their drinks. They look like they having fun smoking their weed. You have to keep those promises to yourself in that way and in that form to understand what's going on. And how do you expect God to be in alignment with you if you're not in alignment with yourself? So that's why they say you're being put through tests. The test is, are you going to go back on your word to yourself, or are you going to keep on walking in that thing? And it's okay if you go back on your word, because we're human and we're idiots at the end of the day. I say this all the time, that we're idiots. We are very smart people, but we're also fucking idiots. If you can't admit that you did something idiotic, then I don't know, because I know I do it all the time. All the time. Anyway. So sometimes God will put you through a test just to see if you're really about that action. Okay, yeah, so this is a channel message. I'm going to get into tarot in a minute, but right now this is channel message. And again, like I said, the dream that I just told y'all about, I told it to my cousin. She took her own message from it. I got my own message from it. If you're watching me, then you're going to take it how it resonates. Whatever message you get from it, however it resonates within you, even if the shit don't have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, something comes to you, then that's for you. Make sure you write it down so you know you can apply it to however it needs to be applied to. So, alright, so spirit will test your heart. So I have a friend, right? Well, she's more like a sister. And she's very giving and she's very generous, right? And if you ask her for something, most times she'll give you double for your trouble or whatever. But she'll pull back if she see that you're not on the same type of time as her. So at the same time is what I want you to understand too. But again, like I said, is everything is what you call it. Everything is basically like a test from spirit too. So even if you're not a person whose love language isn't giving money or just giving, and you do some other stuff, if you have a person that's giving that to you, that can be spirit possessing that person. So when I say possess, anytime you think about possession, everybody thinks, oh, eyes rolling in the back of your head, oh, I'm gonna eat your soul, that kind of stupid shit. It's different forms, it's different types, and you shouldn't just think in one mind all the time. Not even, I'm not gonna tell you what you shouldn't do, but it helps to be open-minded. Just like everybody say, oh, this is new, this is not new age, our ancestors was doing this. That's on the tip, so spirit could like be, or like, you know, my saints like to say, spirits like to work through people, right? So if you have a person that's generous and that wants to give you double for your trouble, you can repay them the same way. So if you borrow money or whatever and they gave you double for your trouble or whatever, when it's time to pay them back or whatever, or whether they want it back or not, you can still do a gesture that's double for your trouble and give it to them. You can sit there and say, oh, I can't do it right now. When it's time to repay that debt to that person, if you like, oh, I can't do it right now, at the end of the day, if you don't want to do it, don't do it, because at the end of the day, God knows your heart. So you giving to that person is the same thing as you not giving to that person. Alright, I'm not going to say don't do it, give back to the person, but if you're expecting double for your trouble in the process, you're not going to get it. You're not. Why? Because you didn't do it with an open heart. You didn't do it with a giving heart. You didn't do it because this is love, and this is what I wanted to do, and this is what this person deserves, and this is how I feel. This is how I want to repay them. That's what I'm saying. Now, if you a chick that got niggas tricking on you or whatever, you just using that's different. Hey, do what you do. But I'm talking about people that you love, that you actually give a damn about, that you actually care about. Or you could be a man too. There's niggas out here that's using bitches for their money. See it all the time. But at the same time, that's what I'm saying. If that makes sense. If it don't, then you better go ask somebody. So it's okay to mirror a genuine person as long as you're doing it with an open heart, with a kind heart. Like, because the Bible says, I know I'm getting real preachy on you, but I know when it comes to tarot, a lot of people feel like, oh, that's the devil's work. Bitch, learn who the fuck the devil is and learn who the fuck God is. Because if you could sit there and say, my God is a jealous God, then you got to be able to understand that just like your parents who love you, God will put your ass on punishment too. So, no, I'm just looking at my DJ. No, but that's all I'm saying to you right now. I'm just telling you to have an open mind, have an open heart, look for it from different perspective, in a different perspective. I was definitely just saying something, but I lost my train of thought. That kind of fucked me up. So, like I said, I was saying something about generosity. Yeah, so sometimes Spirit will use somebody to bless you in that moment. Does that mean that you're indebted? No, you're not indebted to that person. Sometimes you have people that just want to bless you and they'll disappear. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker again. Or whatever. Or maybe it was just there for you in your Saharan times, meaning desert, meaning it was dry, meaning that you felt like you ain't have no help, meaning that you ain't have no way. You just had a person just to come and help you and bless you and they just disappeared. You understand? Or y'all fell out. That person was just there to help you. You understand? And you have to be able to look and see that. You have to be able to look and appreciate it and see how you can be a blessing to someone else as well. Somebody's being a blessing to you. You can still be a blessing to someone else, and you can still like give love. Sometimes you just giving love. Like me, I'm a very loving, caring, nurturing person or whatever. So I could be mean and bitchy, just like you. But at the end of the day, knowing your good qualities is also knowing your bad qualities. So nobody's gonna make me feel bad about my bitchiness and my meanness. And that's on who? These titties. Nah, but yeah, when you give with a loving heart and when you appreciate what's around you, you'll get septuple for your trouble. You'll get quadruple for. You'll get 10 times. You'll get back. You know, you'll get back what you give. So God knows your heart. And energy is always there. So like somebody could be sitting next to you every day and you don't feel them there. Like when I say you don't feel them there, it don't feel like they're there. You're not connected the way that y'all used to. And you can mention it to that person. They could be like, oh, but I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. And it's like, all right, but you don't feel like you're here. Like your energy is not here. Your energy is not invested in you or whatever. And that's fine. So then that's when you got to kind of pull your energy back too. It's either y'all willing to work on it or you aren't. You can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. You move the fuck on. Move. Anyway. So just remember, a part of stepping into your power is growth. And a part of growth is consistency. So if you can, again, back to the engagement, if you could give yourself that consistency and that love and stepping into yourself, then you're even closer to stepping into your power, or you probably are part of stepping into your power. Right? Because you know how they say, if you don't love yourself, how the hell you gonna love somebody else? Right? For real. It's true. And I never understood what that meant, but now I do. Because I'm old and funky. I mean, I'm not funky. I wash and I brush my teeth. Oh, yeah. Okay, so, and a part of that, too, so, I don't know. So, is the engagement. So, maybe my cousin is manifesting an engagement. I don't know. Right? So, a part of, I don't know. I ain't in her head. Okay. Excuse me. And another thing too is manifestations, right? You can go ahead and manifest. You hear that? Don't even make no damn sense. Anyway, manifestations cannot happen with your approval, right? Meaning, huh? I said without. Without your. Manifestations cannot happen without your approval. So that means that you have to be of one mind. So that goes back to what I was saying about you standing in your power and you keeping your word to yourself. So if you say, I want love, I want a relationship, and you have somebody come into your life that's giving you that, that's loving on you, that's giving you this relationship, but you treating them like a pack of dog shit, or you like, oh, I don't want to get serious right now because this is scaring me, or whatever. That's being of a double mind. You understand what I'm saying? That's, you manifested it to happen. Now it's here. How you think you're supposed to keep your manifestation and others that's supposed to follow if you're not keeping your word to yourself? So it's either you want to accept this love, accept this or whatever. Or just love, period, in general. Because it doesn't always have to be in a relationship. It could be a family member. It could be a job. It could be you deciding you want to get massages all the time and facials and all of that. I need a facial. If you think I need a facial, you can pay for my facial. You can pay for me. No, but again, manifestations cannot happen without your approval. So sometimes, like, if you really want something bad enough, you're gonna get it, but you have to think about it and let it go. And let it go. And cause it has to be a part of your past at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like when you think about that movie, so it was like, you don't have a purpose on this earth. At the end of the day, we were multiple people, multiple lifetimes. Some of us weren't or whatever because we're new to planet Earth or whatever. But this goes into being open-minded. If you believe in it, you believe in it. If you don't, turn me off. Goodbye. Have a good day. Thank you for sharing my energy at this time. However, I feel like I said, it has to be a part of your path. It has to be a part of your life path. So if you have wisdom that you, like, I don't know where the fuck that came from, which brings me to the movie Jumanji, right? Remember Jumanji? The Kevin Hart one? Knew stuff about, he knew stuff about the animals. If you saw Jumanji, then you understand. I'm not talking about the one with Robin Williams. I'm talking about the new one. What is it? Game over? Game started? Final play? Ching ching? That was the first one? Whatever. Jumanji Next Level. Because even the grandfather's friend, that wasn't Morgan Freeman. Mr. from The Color Purple. I don't remember. Danny Glover. Danny Glover. Was that Danny Glover? I don't know. For the sake of this right now, because I know I'm rambling, Danny Glover got the same talents and abilities when he played with that character, and he started to know stuff about animals. Now, if he wasn't that character, he wouldn't have known. Just like when he became the horse, he could fly. It's different. So, like I said, you might start remembering stuff from your past lives. So if it just comes up, don't be like, oh, I'm going crazy. No, you're not. But anyway, back to manifestations. Manifestations cannot happen without your approval. So if you're trying to manifest something that is not for you and it doesn't happen, it's not for you. Or it will happen. Whoever you believe in will allow it to happen. And you know what? It's not going to happen the way you wanted to. It's not going to happen the way you thought it was. It's not going to happen in a way. It's like more of a, what did you learn? Okay. Now go sit your ass down and get what's coming to you. Not in a bad way. God will put you in a place to grow and understand. So sometimes you'll get a manifestation that you wanted, but you didn't need. And I don't mean like, cause like, you know how you go to the store and you want something and you buy it and then you need something else and then your card declines. So again, like I said, the dream that I had, I told my cousin and she took it away, and I felt like it wasn't enough, so I had to start diving into that thing so it could be understanding for me. But sometimes you may feel something is not enough, and it is. It's not always going to be grandiose. It's not always going to be some bop, 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 bop. I don't know, I was trying to make a grand sound, but I'm going to just say bop, 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 bop for now, you know what I'm saying? But let's get into this tarot. That was just reaction. The Two of Candles. Making a decision. Knowing which way to go. Understanding which way to go. And knowing that this is gonna be what it is, and this is what it isn't. Back to manifestation. Back to the promises to yourself. Are you gonna make a promise to yourself? And are you gonna stay in that thing? I don't know. I just love when pastors used to say that. Yeah, I did examine that thing. Like, ooh, that thing. Ooh, what you talking about, pastor? That. The world. Go out, get out there, go with the explore. It's a whole new world. Look, there's a whole bunch of different options. You're gonna go in the way of love. You're gonna go in the way of fear. Are you gonna go in the way of gifting yourself and having gratitude within the universe? Just different ways. Let me read the book and see what the book is. Oh shit. Yes. Yeah, all right. The page of candles. Yeah, your life may not be what you feel like it should be right now, or you might be worried about things that's going on, or you may not want to move in and take that next step. But it's time to use your guiding light, which is your ancestors or whoever you believe in, however you believe, whatever denomination, and go ahead and do it. See, the moon is a bunch of stuff that's hidden from you. But just because it's hidden doesn't mean that you shouldn't walk into it. Doesn't mean that you should continue to go and howl at the moon. What was he singing in this part of the movie? It wasn't. What's this? Is what it was? What's this? If you saw Nightmare Before Christmas, I know what I'm talking about. The Hermit. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that you study, that you know, that you understand, and you have to go within in order to understand, in order to get it. Sometimes you gotta be still. Stillness is definitely a big issue for me. Like, you can receive a promise. So when I say you can receive a promise, you ever have a thought just come into your head, just pop into your head like, oh, it's about to happen? Or you ever just have a vision and you see something and it's like, oh, it's about to happen? You're like, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way. Right? That's a promise. That's a promise. Or whatever. But the thing that's tricky about promises, especially because sometimes a promise could be a person, sometimes a promise could be a situation, sometimes it could be a place, sometimes it could be money, it could be peace or whatever. It's not gonna look the way that you think it's going to look. It's not gonna look the way you think it's gonna look sometimes. And then sometimes when you get to the promise, because you're so fed up, you reject it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, that was supposed to, it did happen, but you rejected. You wasn't ready for it at the time. You didn't stay still. You didn't focus your energy into something else. Like, you know, when they say, oh, you in a relationship, just focus on you. Just like, oh, you got your break, just focus on you. It is. Like, it's a lot of shit that you could get done. Instead of worrying about somebody else, you worry about yourself, you'll be good. Like, I had said in a later video, I had a conversation about this as well. Nobody needs to be jealous of anybody. Yeah, you're going to have times when you're jealous because you think you're missing out on something. FOMO is a very real thing. Fear of missing out. Because I didn't understand that shit either. But it was heavy on this. Before she came out. Alright, so I was thinking about several cards today. And this was one of them. Everything is turning in your favor, baby. It's starting to turn in your favor. You may have had bad luck. You might think that... Yeah, you might have had bad luck. You might feel like the divine wasn't on your side. You might have felt like your ancestors wasn't fucking with you too tough. Sometimes they do put you on punishment. And it's like, what did you learn? Like when you get your ass whooped, and it's like, okay, why did I whoop you? And it's like, you either know why you got whooped or you don't. So if you don't know, you're going to get that ass whooping again. It just might come in a different way. It's more than one way to skin a cat. And the last card out, we have the King of Presents. I'm still learning these cards. I don't know what the fuck the book is. I don't even know. Is the book over there? Oh, it's behind me. Alright, the King of Presents. I'm looking for the meaning of the King of Presents, y'all. Okay, reverse. Reverse, the King of Presents represents someone who doesn't have a healthy relationship with wealth. He's obsessed with accumulating it at any cost and lets his ego get tied up in what he owns. It may be time to step back and reconnect with who you are. All the presents in the world aren't worth compromising your authenticity. So the King of Presents, again, like I said, All of the stuff that I was saying, because I low-key forgot. Nah. It's about manifestation, and it's about getting it from the world. So everything that's coming your way, you have to have a good relationship with money. You have to have a good relationship with wealth. Just because you have it doesn't mean you need to spend it. You have it, go ahead and put it away. Start stacking your bread little by little. I said that in another video. So we can have a lot of money, take cabs every day, everywhere. I'm speaking from experience. This is my personal story. Take cabs every day and everywhere. But if I don't have a good relationship with money, a bitch is gonna be broke. And that's on who? These titties. So you gotta be able. You can live the comfortable lifestyle that you want to, but you want to be realistic. Instead of taking cabs, just buy a car. That's me talking to me. Or I could be talking to you. I don't know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to me right now. Like I say all the time, my readings are for me. If it resonates, drop a line, a tip, a non-stripper, a tarot reader. Nah, but just get in alignment with yourself. Be still. Understand. Know. Trust yourself. Give yourself back those promises. Those promises that you expect and want out of other people. You have to re-examine that thing and think about if you're giving yourself that promise. Like, oh, if this happened again next time, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then when the opportunity presents itself, well, are you going to do it or what? What you finna do? What you finna do? What you finna do? What you going to do? So just re-examine the relationship you have with wealth and stop being afraid of it, stop being fearful, and stop thinking that you the shit because you got this. You're not the shit. Just as fast as you get it is as fast as you can lose it. And spirit is watching everything you do, so sometimes you're going to be put to the test. So just because you don't have this doesn't mean you don't have it. Just because you don't have bread doesn't mean you don't have abundance of wealth. I'm talking love. I'm talking support. I'm talking peace. I'm talking happiness. I'm talking ideas. I'm talking creativity. Everybody is talented in a different way. Some people are very poor and they don't understand that that's having wealth too. Because if you're wealthy, you're always going to have. Why? Because you know how to create. You know how to manifest. You know how to put stuff into action. You got that fire on you, baby. That fire. That fire. That fire. Okay? So, at the end of the line, you got to do what you got to do for you. But those are my messages. Again, like I say, my readings are for me. But if it resonates with you, that's better. That's all the more better. So, I hope you see a great pair of tits tonight, even if they're your own. And remember, respect my time like I respect your energy. Bye.